Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mag. So I hope you're all staying safe and well out there. So we are back off the international break, and Newcastle United return to Premier League action this coming Sunday as we take on Manchester United. This is going to be a very tasty affair between both our clubs, as this is a chance for Newcastle to get revenge for the Carabao Cup final down at Wembley earlier on in the season. And of course, this is going to be a 4:30 kickoff live on Sky Sports for this game. Now, we're going into this game on the back of 2 wins in a row before the international break, of course, against Wolves and Nottingham Forest. So, going into this one at St James's Park on home soil, we will have the chance to make it 3 successive victories in a row. Can we go on a run in the Premier League with what is left of the games, with only 12 games left to play in the Premier League? Can we go on a unbeaten run? And if we were to go on that unbeaten run, that would be the Champions League spot sewn up for us. But looking at it, we're going to this game against Manchester United on Sunday, and it is going to be an absolutely amazing match to watch. It's going to be interesting to see how we're going to this game as well. Will we be firing on all cylinders like we were in the games against Wolves and Nottingham Forest? I think we will. Will Man United be firing on all cylinders coming into this game? I don't think they will. Looking at their team going into the game, they are going to be without one of their best players, their talisman in Casemiro. He is going to be suspended for this game. They're also going to be without the likes of Donny van den Beek, Christian Eriksen, Tom Heaton as well. Will be missing out on this game, along with doubts over Garnacho and Martial as well. But there is returns for Sabitzer and Rafael Varane, who are expected to return for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford, however, withdrew from the England squad after picking up a knock in the Fulham FA Cup game, but it's assumed that he will make a miraculous recovery and be at St James's Park on Sunday. If he plays from the off, however, remains to be seen still. But I think, he might be sitting on the bench. I don't think Eric Tembaldi is going to be risking him too much from the off, but you never know at the end of the day. But looking at the game, I think it is going to be a tight game. It is going to be a game where, we are going to have our heads on. Yeah, we can't just stroll into this game and expect to win, even though we're on home soil. It is going to be a tough game. And of course, Man United this season away from home, they've had 6 wins, they've drew twice, they've lost 5, so they're not exactly amazing away from home, but they still have that added wild card there, which is always the referee, the officials on their side. We know this is the case with Man United. They always tend to get the favour of the refs or whoever is involved in the game on the day. And, hopefully that isn't a factor in the game on Sunday, but I've got a feeling it will be. And of course, talking about the ref going into the game, it will be Stuart Atwell. It's a 4th outing of the season involving us, of course, for Atwell. And of course, he's coming from Warwickshire as well. So it's not exactly boding confidence in this referee. He has made some pretty dodgy calls this season as well. It'll be his first away from the South Coast, following, of course, league and cup victories against Southampton and a draw at Bournemouth. And on VAR will be Andy Madley, the brother of Bobby Madley as well. Looking at, of course, Man United's record at St James's Park, we have, of course, in recent games, drew 1-1 against them in the 21-22 season, with Maxi scoring the goal in the game. We lost in the 2021 season when we lost 4-1 with an own goal from Luke Shaw. The 1920 season seen Matty Longstaff scoring a fantastic goal on his debut for Newcastle United at St James's Park. The season before that, of course, in the 18-19 season, seen we'll lose 2-0 to them. 17-18 season, seen we'll win 1-0 to them, with Matt Ritchie scoring the goal in the game. Now, looking at it as well, looking at the team, going into it, Joe Linton returns from a 2-game suspension as a consequence of amassing 10 yellow cards in 22 Premier League games this season. A further 5 cautions in the remaining 12 games of the season would see the Brazilian banned for 3 games, so hopefully that does not happen. And speaking today, Eddie Howe in his press conference, of course, rated Anthony Gordon as doubtful heading into this game, having missed the last 2 games with an ankle injury. It's almost exactly a year since he netted for Everton in a 1-0 Premier League home win over Man United. So if he was to play, then of course there is that to think about. Although Miguel Almiron was seen cycling as well and running at Darcy Park during the international break, it is predicted to be available quicker than the original 6 weeks timescale, but there is a doubt that he won't feature in the game on Sunday. Nicky Pope and Alan St-Maximin have both trained as well, along with Sven Botman, who has just recovered from a serious bout of food poisoning, which he picked up during the international break with Holland, which seen him unfortunately miss out on his first senior Dutch cap with the Netherlands side. And of course, news on the availability of Fabian Schär as well is awaited after he was excused on a Swiss call-up to rest as well. So looking at it, you know, we're going to have some players missing here. Man United's going to have some players missing here. So, you know, we're both going to be at a slight disadvantage going into the game. But we are going to have Joelinton back. We're going to have Bruno in the team still. We're going to have Alexander Isak, who was firing on all cylinders before the international break. So hopefully he can continue that form for what is left of this season. And also, you know, we're going to have other players in there as well. So we do still have a pretty solid squad. Man United's got some solid players in there as well. They still have the likes of Bruno Fernandes in there. They still have Anthony in there as well, who can do stuff for them, given, you know, a moment in the game. But in my eyes, this game is going to be very tight. It's going to be a tough one to call, but I will be going with a Newcastle United win in this one. Got to back the lads, got to back Eddie Howe and the lads for this game, and I am going with Newcastle to come away from this one with a 2-1 win against Manchester United at St James's Park. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below, and of course, like I said, you know, if we win this game, we do go third. If Tottenham win their game against Everton on the Monday night after our game, then they would obviously occupy third, because that would give them 2 points ahead of us in the league. So that would drop us down into fourth. But Everton hopefully can do Newcastle a favour and get that win against Tottenham and stop them from, of course, getting into that third place. You know, just let us know your thoughts down in the comments below on what you think is going to happen in this game. How do you think this game's going to play out? Any Man United fans watching, you know, let us know your thoughts as well going into this one. Obviously, like I say, you're going to be without your talisman in Casemiro. There could be a doubt as well on Marcus Rashford, even though, you know, it is saying that he could make it to the game. He could just be making it only to the bench. So let us know your thoughts down in the comments below on that news heading into the game on Sunday. And make sure to hit a like on the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe as well, as it does help to support the channel moving forward. And until next time, I'll see you all later, and how are the lads.